goes, man. I mean, you got to kind of ring it out there, but she will go, and it's fun to do it. Folks, we're back here at Tampa Triumph. I am once again going to take out the Daytona 660. Every time I take this out, I get a glitch on my camera. And so hopefully this time that'll work out. Matte finish on this guy, the 660, same engine that's in the Trident. Every time I ride this, I think I evaluated a little too high, and I leave a little disappointed, and I think I need to adjust my expectations. It's an affordable entry-level sport bike that's going to have a little bit more of a comfortable riding position. You can see the bars are raised up a little bit. They're not really clip-ons. It's a one-piece triple tree here. It's got the LED dash. That's cool. It's, high vis. Everything pretty standard on there. No quick shifter. No Brembo brakes. These are Triumph branded. I don't know who makes them. Nissan or something. I don't know. What else can I say about it? It looks gorgeous. Beautiful bike. I actually like the metallic matte or satin finish. I think it's a good looking bike. Let's take a look at the front here. Nice looking front on that. All right, let's go for a ride on the Daytona 660. And let's set some expectations here. First, make sure it's in sport mode. We got gas. Let's adjust the mirrors here a little bit. Let's do this. Nice soft clutch on that. Off we go. Oh, very silky transmission on that. It's such an easy bike to ride. It's very comfortable. The engine is absolutely, these Triumph triples, they're so silky smooth. Downshifts on that were silky smooth. In typical Triumph fashion, the switchgear all feels good quality. I'm getting more used to this dash. They put it on a few different models. The Street Triple, the Tiger 800 has it. There's probably others that have it too. And it's easy to read. Oh, she goes. You got to get it right in that sweet spot. Let's see what the brakes feel like. Yeah, see, the brakes are the weak point of this bike. And the non-adjustable suspension, although I gotta tell you, the suspension doesn't feel bad. It's firm, but it's got nice dampening, but it's not too soft. Like when I jumped on the brakes there a little bit, it doesn't have much dive. I'm impressed. A lot of more affordable bikes in this range, they set them up so soft that the front end just dives. Wow, there's this really nice sweet spot at the top end there that it just pulls. What a nice engine. All right, let's see. about the seat. The seat feels a lot like the Street Triple seat. It's a little firm. It's more firm than on my bike, which is a Speed Triple RR. Let's see how it feels at the end of this little demo ride. I love that the clutch and the throttle are very soft. It feels like it was designed for beginners in mind. Very friendly. It feels quite light. The bike overall, doesn't feel doesn't feel like there's a lot of weight that you're tossing around. Although I don't think it's like a super lightweight bike, if I remember the specs on it. I've got a decent forward lean, as you would expect, but not so bad that you couldn't do a couple hours on this. I mean, heck, if I could do a couple hours on my Speed Triple RR, you could do 4 hours on this thing. The pegs are a lot more centered than I was expecting. They're more of in a position of like the Street Triple. Not real aggressive. Again, kind of being mindful of a newer rider. You don't want to get them in such an aggressive riding position that it becomes awkward for them. I really like it. And I think once I adjusted my expectations, I like it even better. Yeah, she jumps up to 70 real quick. No problem. And it feels like there's a lot more on tap there, she's not hurting for power at all. The mirror position's good. No cruise control on this, which is kind of a bummer. Once you have it, it sucks not to have it. But, is that something that a beginner is really going to care about or needs? And it just adds to the cost, right? This is, again, supposed to be more value-minded. I think you can get this right at the 10,000 range, brand new, which is fantastic. You're getting a premium Triumph motorcycle, sporty, quick, gorgeous to look at. What's not to like about it? I don't know why the tack flash is like that though all the time. It's kind of weird. I don't know what it's telling me. Too low? Let's put it down. So nothing changed there. I have no idea why that is. It's got a decent amount of torque. Let's see what it's like in a tuck here. The windscreen is very low. Like even in a full tuck, it's still like down at the bottom of my helmet. It's kind of funny. I think the weak parts of this bike, the parts that really jump out at me are the brakes and the kind of soft suspension. But again, you have to just remind yourself, like, hey, this isn't a high performing bike where you're going to take on like a Panigale V2 or something like that. I mean, it's an entry-level, budget-minded sport bike. I'm barely any throttle there. I'm already up to 70. It's silky smooth, so easy to ride. I really like it. I really do. So well balanced. The suspension is tuned for comfort, but yet it's not so soft that it's annoying. You know, a couple of weeks ago I test rode that CF Moto Neo Cafe. Yeah, she goes, man. I mean, you got to kind of ring it out there, but she will go, and it's fun to do it. But that CF Moto had like the softest suspension, and when you jumped on the brakes, it just did a nosedive. This, there's a little dive right at first, but no, it's not bad. Come on. Downshifts are a little weird there. That was my fault, though. The more I ride this bike, the more I like it. I gotta be honest with you. I just think it looks cool. It looks like a sport bike, but if you don't want to spend 15, 16,000. This is a great way to get into a premium bike, and yet have it, be kind of user friendly and not scary. This is definitely not a scary bike. Anybody could ride this. If you just got your, if you just got your endorsement, and let's not forget, it's different. Are you the kind of person that wants something a little different? You don't want the Yamaha, you don't want the Suzuki, the Honda. You've got a Triumph, and people are like, oh wow, what a cool bike, man. It's a Triumph. I just can't get over how silky smooth that engine is, and it does have such a nice usable rev power range. When you shift it right at the sweet spot, man, it really just jumps. I'd love to take this on some curvy roads. I'm glad I got a chance to jump on this again and take it for a spin. I like it. I really do. And I hope that Triumph continues to not only make it, but maybe even improve on it. Maybe throw, maybe make a version that has some Brimbos, has some adjustable shocks, and yet still keep it at around the $12,000 range. I think that would still be competitive. And hey, if we're, as long as we're dreaming, maybe even throw the 765 in there, or just put a full fairing on the street triple. I don't know why they won't do that, but I like this, especially if you can get a good deal on this, for under 10. oh man, I'd be all over it. I'd be happy with this bike. I don't know how it'd be on the highway. I don't, how would it feel at 80 miles an hour for any length of time? I don't know. But just on this little quick demo ride, it felt awesome. Maybe you're in college and you throw your backpack on and ride to school, ride it to work, hit some curvy roads on the weekend. I don't think I would really do track days on this bike just because the brakes and the suspension let it down in that area. I don't think you'd be happy with it. It feels like the brakes fade too much and they just don't have the bite. But I'm sure there are people out there that will disagree with me. Yeah, she pulls. She pulls, man. She really does. I love this little 660. And it's not intimidating, like I said. You're not gonna scare yourself on this. Very user-friendly. Rider-friendly. The Daytona 660, and a lot of the bad rap from this is because, we all know that the Daytona, Triumph made some legendary Daytonas, right? So when they came out with this, and it wasn't really along those lines in the high performance area, it upset some people, and it set some expectations, right? Oh, a new Daytona's out, it's going to be a wicked bike. But it turns out it's more of a budget beginner entry-level sport bike. But if you evaluate it for what it is, I think it's awesome. I really do. I would highly recommend it. I would own one. I really would. I really would. Can I park over here? Why not? Silky smooth. Okay, let's take a final look here. It needs a quick shifter, but again, all that stuff adds cost, and maybe they'll make a model. I'm not really sure how this thing's selling, but maybe they'll make a high performance model where it's got a quick shifter and it's got some Brembos. That's all it needs. Maybe some adjustable Showas on there, and so they charge $12,000 for it. I think it'd be a hit because the thing looks amazing. Doesn't it look great? I love it. I even like this paint scheme. It's got a passenger seat. Yeah, there you go. The Daytona 660. I would have one. What a nice little friendly sport bike. It's the neighborhood friendly sport bike. Okay guys, well I guess I'll end it there. Thanks again to Tampa Triumph. This is for sale, brand new. Here's another one over here, this red one. Look at that, with the gloss finish on it. That's the same color red as my Speed Triple, but without the metallic on there. So yeah, come to Tampa Triumph and buy this beautiful Daytona 660. They'll make you a great deal, and we'll see you next time. Bye everybody.